Any woman who has fallen victim to a man's deception would never wish that fate upon even their worst enemy. That's the harsh reality we must face. Not every man who claims to love you deserves a place in your life. Some of these fellas are nothing more than players, liars looking for their next conquest. Let me paint you a picture of one of these so-called players. He comes to you all smooth talk and promises of love, affection, commitment, and a beautiful future. With his slick words, he sweeps you off your feet and you fall head over heels. You give him your love, your loyalty, your very heart. In the beginning, it all feels so thrilling, so full of promise. Excited, you start envisioning a glorious future by his side, and you proudly tell your friends you finally found true love. But then, the high hopes come crashing down. Suddenly, he starts acting distant, making excuses, neglecting to call or even show up. And when he does deign to grace you with his presence, he starts nitpicking, finding fault, looking for any reason to end things. It's over, he'll say. I just can't cope with this anymore. And just like that, all your dreams shatter at your feet. You're devastated, wishing it was all just a nightmare, hating yourself for falling for his lies. You desperately hope he'll come back, but of course he never does. That's when it finally hits you. You've been deceived, used as nothing more than a pawn in his twisted game. Any woman who's experienced that level of heartbreak would never wish it on anyone, not even their worst enemy. Here are 5 common lies men say to women to entice them. 1. I'm single. Men have a nasty habit of lying about their relationship status, and unfortunately, many women have fallen for these deceptions. Most players will tell you they're single because they know the truth would scare you off if you found out they have a girlfriend or are married. Serious-minded young ladies are more drawn to single guys for a relationship, and players are fully aware of this, so they'll claim they are single to make themselves more appealing to your emotions. Don't be fooled if a man says you're the only one. He's probably lying through his teeth. Take the time to verify whether he's being honest with you. Is he always glued to his phone when you're on a date? Does he ignore certain calls when you're together? Is he constantly conscious of that damn phone, even going with it to the restroom? Is he endlessly chatting on social media? If any of those signs are present, he's most likely hiding something juicy from you. Stay vigilant. Those smooth-talking players know all the tricks. 2. You're the most beautiful girl I've ever met. When a man tells you that you are the most beautiful woman he's ever met, be wary, my friend. This is the type of sweet talk that should raise your defenses, not lower them. The sad truth is, you are likely not the first, nor will you be the last, to hear these flattering remarks. There are millions of beautiful women in this world. Any man with eyes can see that. So don't be lulled into a false sense of specialness. Instead, listen closely to the motivation behind such praise. Is he truly appreciating you for who you are? Or is he simply trying to win you over, to gain your affection and attention? When a man resorts to this kind of tactic, the answer is usually the latter. My advice? Stay alert. Don't believe you are special. This could just be a plan to use you for his own benefit. Be watchful, my friend. Your real value is much greater than any empty promises. 3. I'm so unlucky with women. Some guys are masters of the victim game. They play it to get your sympathy, and once they have it, they exploit you for all you're worth. These men will tell you endless stories about how much they loved their exes and how well they treated them, but somehow, their exes always ended up taking advantage of these so-called nice guys. They'll go on and on about all the faults of their past partners, portraying themselves as saints who never did a single thing wrong. It's a lie. All of it. If a man is constantly pointing fingers at everyone else's flaws while refusing to acknowledge his own shortcomings, you can be damn sure he's spinning a web of deceit. Nobody is perfect. Not him, not you, not anyone. The moment a guy starts playing the victim card and refuses to own up to his mistakes, it's time to show him the door. You deserve better than to be taken advantage of by some self-pitying charlatan. 4. I love you. So many men will proclaim their love for you. If you're naive, you may foolishly believe their grand declarations. Now, to be fair, some men who profess their love for you do genuinely mean it. However, the harsh reality is that numerous men who claim they love you are really just indirectly telling you they want to get you into bed. They wrap their carnal desires in the guise of love, but it's all a ruse, a ploy for their own personal gain. Constantly spouting "I love you" is not enough evidence to believe their words hold any truth. No, you must look closely at how they treat you. Any man who claims he loves you must demonstrate it through his actions. Otherwise, he's nothing but a liar. Actions, my friend, speak far louder than mere words. Does he make real sacrifices for you? Does he truly respect you? Does he actively listen to you? Does he consistently prioritize you above all else? Does he provide unwavering support? If the answer to these questions is no, then he does not love you. A man who genuinely loves you will make sacrifices for you. He will hang on your every word and respect your opinions. He will go out of his way to support you and ensure you feel cherished. But beware the man who only seems to care when he needs something from you. If his affection appears to be conditional on what he can get from you, then he doesn't love you. He's just using you. 5. I want to marry you. Many men use the promise of commitment to get women into relationships. They know that most women really want that kind of devotion, so they use it to their benefit. Women love commitment, there's no denying that. So when a guy utters those fateful words, "I want to marry you," many women will eagerly fall under his spell. For most ladies, that statement is the very embodiment of commitment. For instance, some men take advantage of women's desire for marriage. They promise marriage to keep women in relationships, for as long as it benefits the men. The women believe the men will eventually marry them, and they dedicate themselves fully to the relationship. But when the exploitative men get bored of the charade, they cruelly break the women's hearts without any compassion. So if a man tells you he's going to marry you, I have a few critical questions for you. Does he genuinely respect you as an equal? Is he openly proud to be with you? Have his family and friends fully embraced you as part of his life? Does he regularly discuss your shared future plans? Does he have a concrete vision for where you both are headed? Does he unequivocally prioritize you above all else? If you can't answer a resounding yes to those questions, then he's almost certainly just using you. Tread carefully, my friend. He's probably nothing more than a wolf in sheep's clothing. 6. I will never cheat on you. The men who tell you they'll never cheat are the ones who will do it at the first chance they get. Here's the passage rewritten in the style of Tim Denning. For instance, the married dude or the guy already in another romantic relationship who's trying to get you to be his new partner. He'll tell you straight up that he could never cheat on you. He'll trash talk his current girlfriend or wife, saying all sorts of nasty things about her. And then he'll swear up and down that he would never, ever cheat on you. And for some strange reason, there are women out there who actually believe this crap. If you're dumb enough to be dating this kind of guy who claims he's physically incapable of cheating, he's deceiving you. He's lying through his teeth. I mean, if this guy is really so faithful that he couldn't possibly cheat, then why the hell is he cheating on his wife or girlfriend right now? Think about that for a minute. The truth is, the men who make the biggest displays of loyalty are usually the biggest cheaters. They'll jump at the first opportunity to step out on their partner, because a truly faithful man doesn't have to keep telling you he's faithful. His actions will show you the truth. The truly faithful man consistently prioritizes quality time with you, maintains appropriate boundaries with other women, allows you free access to his phone as social apps, checks in regularly with you and is transparent about his whereabouts, follows through on commitments and plans he makes with you, responds quickly and honestly if you have any concerns, willingly includes you in his life and social circles. Final thought. Let me make this clarification. There's nothing wrong with men complimenting or saying beautiful things to you. However, not all men are necessarily lying when they say these things. Some men may be telling the truth. This is what you should know as a woman. The way a man treats you is much more important than what he says to you. Instead of focusing solely on his words, pay more attention to his actions. Find out if his behavior is consistent with his professive feelings. If he doesn't treat you well but claims to love you, then he is likely being dishonest. There are no excuses for that. When someone loves you, they don't have to say it. You can tell by the way they treat you. My advice: look beyond the surface level declarations and evaluate how a man truly behaves towards you. His actions, not just his words, will reveal his true feelings and intentions. For more dating and relationship tips, don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thanks for watching.